Greetings and welcome to Dodger and Die presents the Grimstone Chronicles Season 3, Episode 29. I am your host, but not your DM tonight. That is still Adam's responsibility as we are sharing the DM stick in this campaign, and he's got the mass majority of Chapter 3.
Apparently I was slacking in Chapter 2. I opened up Chapter 2 and then I went on a writing strike or something. I don't know. Gone.
Nice. I am kind of dreading Chapter 4 because it means I have to do DM prep again. I'm like, I feel very spoiled right now.
I think Adam was smart about the way he did it, because he did all of his DM prep time took place in the winter when it's not nice to be outside.
It all took place in the winter, and what was really interesting is we stopped with Marty, I'm ready for the next 10 or so sessions, but it might be a good point to because it's going to get into this really heavy grind. So you should do a couple of sessions to introduce your plot lines, and then I'll pick it back up again. And then it's like, where'd the DM stick go? And I get this, you need to do some DM prep. What are you doing? Just sitting there. It's like, dude, I got 10 sessions prep. I'm no longer there. We went through those sessions. Those sessions are long gone. Now we're doing things are open world now. So it's are you doing the thing of, you're giving orders, and you're like, I'm doing this other thing over here. It's like, well,
I will enjoy it. There's a couple of things that I'm not looking forward to. I find higher level adventures more difficult to plan. And the module that I'm basing some of this stuff off, because cheat, borrow, steal, that sort of thing for your DM plots, just do it.
Beg, borrow, steal.
Yeah, beg, borrow, steal, yeah. The module I'm using isn't just like the last one, isn't spelled out really really well, in a way where I'm gonna have to redo all of it. Not to mention that it's already a 5th edition module, so I already have to redo all of the encounters and the builds and that sort of thing. But when the plot's kind of no, I don't like how. This is not how this party operates. I think I need to prepare how they're going to behave, not how I'm going to shoehorn them into some prepackaged material. So, at this point, I've done very little prep aside from initial readings for Chapter 4. But I have my sources. There's also an AP that is a 4th edition AP that I'm pulling stuff from. So, the books and the material for ideas on what to do next are there. Sometimes it's just the execution that I need to get over my procrastination at this point. How many games estimate do I have before I need to do my...
So, I was about to say that currently prep is extremely liberating.
Yep.
Because I don't need a safety net. Because my safety net is... Marty, apparently some shit went wrong and they stopped responding to the sendings. What do they do?
Yeah, Dugan and Cog have an item where they can send a sending to each other every week or something like that.
Yeah.
And we've hand waved that this communication's going on, and the gist of their situation has been communicated back and forth.
You still have my 2,000 gold pieces, you bastard?
Yeah, exactly.
Where's my money?
And Cog's like,
how they all start. Where's my money?
It's gonna take the northern party 10 days just to pick up all of the gold pieces they found in the Skyreach castle. So 10 days, the whole party, just to recover the treasure that's there. So,
and two of them don't sleep.
Correct.
Yes. That's 2 of them working on.
Well, it's picking up the treasure, sorting it, identifying it, bringing it back to I assume Overlook.
Probably, yeah.
I almost called it Outlook. Overlook.
We're checking our emails now, boys.
Yeah, exactly.
Treasure stitching maps and
Overlook to basically sell on the market. So. Let's do the how'd you do's, and then I want to answer that question. How many games do I have before I need to do prep for chapter 4.
Okay, assuming there's no like sudden random like, oh, I killed them. Like, assuming there isn't one of those.
Yeah.
One of those where Adam goes, oopsie, sheepishly in the corner.
Anytime Marty says, it'll take 4 games and therefore a month, we could double or triple that.
No,
So,
legit. If you want, we can go for at least 3 months, if not 6. So we're looking at least 10 games.
Okay.
And like 10 real games, like these little half sessions on the Thursdays, don't not those.
Yep.
At least 10 real games. If we want to savor some of the events, it'd be more like 15 or 20. So somewhere in there.
Okay. Then I guess we'll have to have an offline conversation of how much crossover between the two groups do we want during that 15 game session.
Right.
Because
there's a point in here where you might start going, no. The impossible maze, I want the genius to help me with this.
Right. I want Mythic Intelligence guy to come along. Barnabas, yoink.
I've got a really good puzzle.
Right. Crossing the beams. Well, we've now reached chronologically, while the party was spending, the Southern Warg Band was spending 40 days in the Iron Tower trapped. This coincided, the end of that time coincided with the recovery of the Horde from Skyreach Castle, like exactly where we left off. So this game, I think, Chagga sends ascending to Barnabas to kind of represent the two groups kind of catching up. But yeah, let's do how'd you do's. I haven't seen you guys in a week. What's going on?
I picked up Elden Ring on Monday.
I kind of knew Mark was gonna jump on that train.
Today.
Oh no!
Today?
No?
I returned. I don't get you, Dark Souls people. I thought Elden Ring would be the one. Oh, maybe this will change my mind.
No, you need to like Dark Souls. You need to like the Dark Souls gameplay loop. Because all this is gameplay loop.
Yes, that's why I don't like. I'm doing the same thing again and again, and I like, okay, I'm bored now.
It's just gameplay loop where it's like I'm over here and I'm finding stuff and like, hey, it's a new boss. And I agree with a lot of the comments that it's like they didn't scale late game super good. So the number of one-hit kills in this game versus all the other Dark Souls games, it's through the roof.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, it's late game is just it's all one-hit kills.
Yeah.
You didn't know about their grab move? Well, you're dead. But I've got a 15 vitality. Hey, well, too bad you're dead.
I tried it. I think I played for 2.5 hours the first time.
You didn't walk into the tree guy, right? You avoided the tree knight, right? Or did you just get your ass kicked by the tree guardian? Force
The
guardian.
guy who's on a horse.
No! He kicked my ass a couple times. I went, okay, I'm clearly not ready for him.
Good. Because there's people who don't understand that. No, there's other things to kill. He's supposed to teach you.
I went off and I found some undead things. I'm like, oh, these things barely move. They're easy to kill. Then I found some undead knights that weren't quite as easy to kill.
You got to the point where you could level up, right?
Yes. That was the thing. Like the first time I got through it, I had a lot of trouble and I just gave up. Plus, it was late.
Yep.
And I was gonna shut it down and everything. And I said, no, I'll give it another chance because that 2.5 hours, I haven't had fun yet. But I'm sure it's there.
I was interested in the way the game looked and some of the boss fights, so I've a couple of times flicked between Twitch channels, and the amount of rage that comes off the streamers that play this game, they're either angry at the game, they're angry at themselves, or they're angry at chat because chat is being unkind about their play.
I don't get mad at games anymore.
Yeah,
it's the point of the game is to have fun. If it's not fun, well, just don't play it.
Yep, but
I did feel I had to give it another try because I'm like 2 hours, and I was just learning it really. So I got to the point where I got my magical horsey. I leveled up my weapons, and then let's go fight the monster again. I'm like, nope.
No, him, you gotta be like.
And it was like I just don't feel like doing this anymore. So like that was it for me.
That was my comment. Is it's just Dark Souls. It's just Dark Souls plus.
Yeah.
Most people who are streaming it also look like they're not having fun, Mark. Like there might be some visceral sort of thing
Here's the
they
thing,
get,
though.
but
If you're raging over it,
Yeah.
you care about it.
yeah, yep.
And then when you win, all
Yes,
that tension goes away, and it's like there's elation. Yeah.
Like I beat this one guy. I don't think he was a boss. I think he was just a particularly tough peon. And I was like, oh, there's just gonna be more of this, isn't there? Fuck me. It's like...
Was it the dude with the spear at the town nearby the beginning?
Yes, it was him.
Yep.
I was going around sneak stabbing everyone.
Yeah,
I'm like, I figured this shit out, and then I
one bastard
stabbed
with a
him. I'm
horn.
like, he didn't drop. Run away.
Run away! I did a third of his hit points. Oh god. Yeah, he's basically like a little mini boss. Yeah,
I kind of had like, I'm gonna get good at Conan, and I played it for about 3 weeks, and I unfortunately picked archery, and archery really sucks in Conan. So most of the time I was just like up on a rock or in a tree, pelting a thing that couldn't reach me. But when you have to sit there and hit it like 50 times to kill it, it was like, okay, all right, yep. The novelty wore off. Yeah.
I know my +6 golem bow is fucking good at like. I want that to die. This is going to be real expensive because each arrow is 300 souls.
Well, I think they do a good job with the archery, especially in this game. Before it was useless. Yeah, poison and stuff like that. They made it quite useful. The crafting is good.
They balance that stuff out to make it useful. You can play the game a lot more different ways. The thing is, the way they like. I don't think a fat guy can win. Like if you play a guy with a fat roll or at the heavy roll, or whatever you want to call it, like the heavy load, like you need enough stamina to have your gear not be in the heavy category. Otherwise, there's a bunch of bosses that you just can't win. Too bad. Their attack strings beat your ability to stand up, and there's certain things you need to dodge roll because they're grabs. So the only option is a dodge roll. You do your dodge roll, and now if they do their attack string, you die, and game design.
The other complaint I would have is I'm new to Dark Souls, so I don't really know the story, and I'm like, okay, I'm out here. Why? Why am I here?
This is actually worse story than most of the Dark Souls games.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
it's different. They're all different stories, really. But...
Bloodborne has an excellent story, and Sekiro actually has a real story. Like a real story happens, but Sekiro is also the most difficult of the games they've made.
Okay.
Like it's like this, except you don't get to level up.
Oh shit.
There's no like
it doesn't get
easier. No. It's just get good scrub. That's the only thing it's got for you.
Which is a good. I think it's a good way of doing games now.
Sekiro is an amazing game though. Like it is really good, but you have to hate yourself to actually beat it.
All right, so Mark took a very brief trip on the Elden Ring train. Next stop, Mark's exit. All right.
Next stop, Far Cry 6 or something. I don't know.
I traded it in for the new Horizon.
That's West or whatever.
I'm this close to finishing the first one, so.
Nice.
Go ahead.
All right.
I'm going into the office for the first time in over 2 years. I need to find my work pants. I'm not certain where they are.
You should just go in and sweats and go, these are my work pants.
That's actually what my manager said. Just show up in your training gear.
I got shit done over the last 2 years in these pants. What are these?
Or get one of those Adidas tracksuits with some gold chains and just be like,
I've changed my style.
Big gold rings on.
A pair of nice yoga pants or something. This might be a little revealing.
Little Lululemon going on?
I'm wearing Lululemons right now. They are snuggly.
Funny.
I might get in trouble, though. We're showing dad ass at work.
Did you say dat ass or dad ass?
Dad,
okay, I thought I heard dad ass, which is also funny. I'm showing off my dad bod in my Lululemons. Well, yeah, COVID lockdowns have been unkind. Ahmed, what's going on?
Not much. Been busy, bit busy with work. A little bit of Elden Ring. I found a way to break the game by these things that you get that gives you like runes, which it's like souls and lets you level.
Mm-hmm.
And in the PlayStation 5, there's a way to actually just make infinite. So I haven't really done it.
But you're tempted to cheat?
Yeah, because when you know these games, like, okay, so when you know this game and you play it, you want to get that blade, you want to get that spell, you want to get that ability.
I'll be honest, when I did level up, I was like, that's it?
Yeah. Yeah, dump it into one thing just so you can actually see it.
That's not a good sign at a in a system.
Yeah. So the cool thing is you keep enough points that you can level a whole bunch of times, right? It's like, oh, now I can see the difference. But you don't want to lose them.
I level as soon as the points are there, so I don't lose shit.
This is what the game taught me.
Yeah.
But I'm doing a lot of stuff with work, but just keeping busy. Nothing really new. Boring ass off. I'll grow a beard. Keep brushing it all the time. I haven't brushed anything in 20 years.
You got a nervous tick already with your beard.
Look at this. Kids thought this was hilarious. Stop.
Stuff stuck in your beard? Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah,
with the lighting and the grayness of your beard, it's actually doesn't really show up on camera.
It doesn't really show that well.
It just looks like about 5 o'clock shadow.
Oh no!
I'm sorry, man. It looks like 5 o'clock shadow.
Hold on, let me switch the light.
Don't get. Hey, I feel your pain. I know, like looking right here, it kind of looks like I've got that like redneck. Mustache thing going on.
Trucker beard or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what you call it.
Well, it's where does the white come in, right?
Exactly.
Let's see. I finished reading Guns, Germs, and Steel. I highly recommend the read just for anyone who wants to know about history. It's a very interesting take. What else? TV. I've been trying to find something to watch. I watched a bunch of awful movies, like just kind of see.
I watched the first couple episodes of a show called Taboo. It's got Tom Hardy in it.
Yep.
It's intriguing.
Oh, yeah.
It's intriguing. There's some questionable relationships in there, but it's intriguing.
I like that guy.
I finished blasting through Billions, so I'm caught up to the latest episode. That show over time ended up kind of just rehashing the same behaviors for the characters, so I don't know. It kind of worth in.
I do have a my wife bought a thing story.
Okay. Was it too big?
It was too big.
Okay.
It was in inches, and it was supposed to be in centimeters.
Again,
you got this like the 6th time. I feel bad. I don't wanna, but you brought it up, dude.
I feel like the next time we see her, she's gonna be like, "You think you're funny?"
And we're gonna go yes, and give her a tape measure that has both inches and centimeters on it.
It was a curtain rod, a big curtain thing. We tried to install the last curtain, and it was a curtain rod. And she's like, "Curtain rods are really expensive." I'm like, "How many curtain rods are expensive? What do you mean?" It's like $350. I'm like, "What kind of curtain rod did you buy?" $350. And now I know why. It's like an 80-inch curtain rod. Oh my god! Big ass fucking like a garage door.
How big's the window?
It's just like a sliding door.
Oh shit!
It's like a door for a deck. She got one that goes across the living room.
Now you can have some very decorative drapes.
So
you can have a tapestry. You can have a full wall tapestry now. It's no longer the curtain rod; it is the tapestry rod.
Tapestry rod. Because it was just like I was looking at this thing like, how the fuck? Two guys coming to your house to deliver it, and it's like one of those things where you buy the lamp and you keep putting the bits together and it gets really tall, but it's in a tiny box. So I keep putting the bits together. Like,
does it collapse? Because I know that some of them will like fold in on themselves to go the width of the.
This one doesn't. It didn't collapse. I could have jury rigged it, but you look at the box and it gives the size. Like, it's way too big.
Dude, you've got an interesting series of repeating challenges.
It's that same like DC 15 int check that keeps being like, I rolled a 1. Goddamn. Is she's an engineer. I don't get it.
Oh, funny. Okay. Why don't we do a recap of what happened last game? Last game was called Scry. The Steelrose Squad spends 40 days stuck in the Iron Tower before the artifact is able to transport between planes again. In the ruins of Feanfar, the Steelrose Squad skirmish with a great devil named Maltagara the Watcher. After a prolonged absence, the squad reports to their commanders at the Trifort areas, receiving news of recent attacks by enemy goblinoid heroes, the defeat of Trug, the assassination attempt on General Auburn the Green, and the theft of an Imperial flagship. And I think we left off with us hiding in the shrine, scheming to make our next move.
Hey, give me a sense motive from Chagga.
Sense motive from Chagga. Chagga picking on skills that I don't have. He's got a +6 int though. +12. It's not bad. Oh yes, Duckin. Yes, yes. It's a little sweeter than last time. You deserve something a little bit sweet after your ordeal.
Hey, Duckin is behaving. Duckin has a secret.
Oh. What have you been up to, my little plump duck? Chagga picks up Duck and is staring right at her.
I picture his pet, like his cuckoo name, his choo-choo name there is like Plumpin or something. My little Plumpin Duckin.
You speak familiar, so the duck can actually talk to you.
Yep, Duckin's got a 12 int, 15 wisdom, and a 6 charisma.
Okay, how many ranks in bluff do you have?
I think 1. Oh, bluff. Give me a second. Chagga has been actually putting ranks in bluff. Give me a second.
Because you're not competing against your own skill rank.
Yeah. So Chagga's got 2 ranks in bluff. Duckin's bluff score is a +0 because charisma -2.
Okay. So Duckin tells you that the snake man, or the man with no mouth, gave him a thing.
Ooh, and what did? Ooh, the guy's name is the blasphemer.
Extigan.
Extigan. And what did the horrible Extigan give you?
Duckin doesn't think he's horrible.
Oh. Treachery.
Duckin says Extigan has like a nice tasted food. He did get fed by Extigan for a while.
Well, we must be careful with strangers giving gifts. I'm not sure if Extigan is on our side or not.
Okay. Duckin starts like hacking.
Oh, they're there. Chagga's got no skills in healing, so he's like just kind of there.
Okay, it takes a minute and a half, and before the Duckin vomits up a weird-looking ring.
Oh, what have we here? Chagga moves Duckin away from the filth. He'll prestidigitate Duckin, put her in her little basket. And then he'll look at the ring. He'll prestidigitate the filth away and leave the ring behind. And he will... he wants to call over Dassod.
Hey, Cat, what's up?
Oh, look what Duckin boffed up.
And this requires my expertise. How exactly?
Well, I'm assuming it's magical. Chagga's gonna detect magic.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. There's a very minor amount of magic on the ring.
Okay. What does the ring look like?
It is this weird iron, like a Celtic knot style ring made out of intricate pieces of iron.
Fucking 23.
Oh, perhaps you could help me divine its qualities. Chagga's gonna.
No, I'll cast Identify. Is this the day? What part? What are we doing today? Is this the end of the day, midday, early day?
I think this is us returning from talking to the general.
This is the end of the day.
End of the day. Okay, let's spend a mythic points.
It's like second. What would be called like second tea, like Chagga's after dessert. What's sort of being prepared. It'd be cigar in a like a crepe kind of time.
I rolled them both.
Okay, so he'll aid in the spellcraft.
33.
Okay.
35.
35.
While not magical, there's an abjuration on this item. It's being protected from. It counts as magic in terms of spells and effects that damage items.
Okay. What do you make of this?
Do either of you have knowledge planes?
It's where the gods live.
Yeah,
and it's magical. Ask Barnabas if you want to know what they're called.
18.
18. It's got some like weird Fey-inspired craft in it, maybe.
All right, Chagga will use a read object to do his psychometry check at a +5. See what he can get off of it. Hopefully, it's not just the upchucking from ducking. I'll spend
Wither, just put it on and see how you feel.
46 means I learned 4 pieces of information.
Nice.
Okay.
These would be emotional or important events around the item.
This ring used to be part of a staff. It was actually cleaved off in some sort of ritual. Not certain on the date.
Oh, Chagga knows about the Fey rings. Is this the 4th ring for their little Fey circle?
No.
Okay, all right.
It doesn't have a big gaudy piece of costume.
A big gaudy piece of costume. Okay.
No, this is some other artifact or item was cloven into pieces. Each of these rings was given to a different hero, you think. They didn't have magical properties, but you do see a glimpse of someone in some horrible hellscape cast a spell, and this ring drawed them to like some place of safety. You then see like Extigan wearing this ring in one of your visions. He cast a spell. He was at that point in time fighting some shadowy assassin-looking thing. It was gargantuan. You're not certain. You don't have knowledge planes. He was somewhere. And he cast a spell, and the ring pulled him through to a place that looked a lot safer. And then you like ducking, happily giving a present to Chagga. Like,
so Chagga does have the spell Word of Recall. Is this some sort of Word of Recall effect?
Give me a spellcraft, because you did see a bunch of spells cast in your memories.
Right. Chagga will share the memories with Dassod, as is tradition. But he's got a decent spellcraft. Nat 20, 37.
Okay.
Nat 1,
So you saw a gate and a plane shift, both using this item.
But it's only irradiating a tiny bit of.
Right.
It is a
What
piece
if
of
it's
another
the metal
artifact.
used like a rod?
It's being used as a focus or a rod for these spells.
Okay.
Yeah, what if this item is just like a rod for something, like a place?
A gate and a plane shift. Okay.
I'm not sure.
Oh, so this could be a planar bit. Did the gate lead to Volcanica, or did it go away
it led
from?
you're not certain if it's Volcanica, but it led to a place that was nowhere near as hellish or vile, and a place that was nowhere near as shadowy. A place that looked a lot more normal.
Well, this perhaps is a planar key. Who's our planarologist? Well, Barnabas isn't here. It's Dee Dee, isn't it?
Yeah, Dee's probably our best bet.
Corporal Dewdrop, could you come over here? Yeah. Here. Are you doing okay, Dee Dee? Yeah, I guess so.
She's so sad. Oh no. I want to give her a head pat.
Could you...
Could the corpse-a-thon we just finished have something to do with it? Or...
the 40 days stuck in the Iron Tower, the dreary Iron Tower. Well, we probably got on each other's nerves over the last 40 days. And then
I picture Mort being shooed downstairs a lot.
Yeah, she.
Go rub shit on the golems.
And now we're hiding in this little tiny room. Yeah, she's.
Again.
Yeah, she's not.
That's very oppressive.
Yeah.
Very orderly next door.
Yep. Hi, Duckin. She's petting Duckin. Oh, could you tell me what we might think? Yeah, let me just show you. Chagga will share memory and. Oh, that's interesting. Dee Dee will, given that's the end of the day, take 20 on Knowledge Planes, getting a 35.
It's a planar rod to Volcanica.
Yeah, I remember the thing we wanted to craft? This one actually will do it for us. This is good old metal from Volcano Land.
Dee Dee also thinks that it does look like this was something made by Faye at some point. It looks like it's broken. There might be a bunch of pieces that could be pulled together to recreate whatever the original item was.
This might have been some Feycraft, but I'd definitely keep that wherever you stow your spell components, because
you can wear it as a ring so that you don't need to retrieve it. Is one of the things about it in its current shape.
And it won't eat up a ring slot.
It's not a ring slot. It is a non-magical ring.
Here,
Can just be a focus.
It won't interrupt with your ring. Which hand, left or right?
Well, the left hand is a hand of skullduggery. The right hand is a hand of righteousness. We're from here, so the right hand, Chagga. Give me a moment. I need to put down the unlock the artifact, take off the glove, put the ring on, and then put on his glove, and then unlock the artifact. And...
because it's not actually a magical ring, Chagga had to put it on his pinky because, slightly
didn't resize.
There you go. We'll just get a little bit of butter here.
Here's a question: when you use,
I know he's doing good, isn't he?
You're gonna use a spell to transport using the ring, right? Like a plane shift or something like that, right?
Yes.
So does the rod have to go with you? Because I think we've got a lot of people here.
Yes, the rod has to go with the person casting it. Well, I could send people away and not send it away, but normally when we are going to Volcanica, I probably want to be going there with you.
You can use it as an attack. You can also gate. You know that you could use this to gate. If you were on another plane, you could pull people out of Volcanica with a high enough level spell. Like you can use this to go, hey, Dassod, get your ass over here, make a will save. And you could theoretically force someone to appear.
We should get more rods like this.
Yes, the thing is, it might take time for us to physically.
We should ask for it now and get it started. Get it made. But good thing we have this now.
Agreed. Extragun seems to well.
I mean, so Chagga, he's I didn't see any indication from his previous communications with me regarding anything negative towards you or any of our guys. But if he did, no, I don't have a problem.
Oh, my
Exagun.
My annoyance was I don't know Exagun's relationship with the general, and he admitted in front of everyone that he was giving information directly to my sergeant, who is a very sergeantly and well-disguised sergeant who is not a person one would expect to have a lot of attention paid to. By design.
He is the one that got me the crown, right? All that information, all the opera, all the spies.
Wait,
all him.
You got a crown?
Yeah, it's right here. No? Ah, well.
Oh, he's got a crown.
She's petting Duckin.
Are you feeling okay, Sergeant Kev?
Ow.
You better be careful. The Imperium doesn't suffer no kings.
Well, if no one can see my crown.
Yeah, I guess that's one
Came
way to
to
get around it.
Dassodville.
There's all sorts of stories about Inquisitors coming here early on when
don't worry about that.
there were kings, and the elves really didn't fare too well.
Oh, Kev is lawful neutral.
Who'd you know?
That's his. Oh no, he's neutral. He's true neutral.
I'm just...
Okay, so
It's true neutral. So Mark, I can change my
alignment.
Oh right, yeah, I remember you talking about this on the.
Yeah.
I watched last game, people, so I know what's going on.
Because
Okay,
the crown makes my alignment
is that all?
So. Yeah, I guess. Need me anything else, Captain? Ready to go get your boat?
No, we're gonna hit those small villages first, and
All right. Take those villages out.
well, not the villages themselves, the leaders that are there.
Now, whatever you want, Captain.
Just so you know, Chagga, I think Phoebe can also cast plane shift, so I think Dassod's right that we should probably find another one of those rods whenever we can.
Yeah, I mean, I can't cast them yet, but eventually I will. I should get a spell. I should get a scroll.
What's with you?
I'll be back.
What's with you and scrolls?
Oh, you know those vestments? Yeah, they let me reuse them as much as I want.
Yeah, okay.
Dee Dee turns invisible.
It's good to see
I
you,
can
Duncan.
see you.
I can.
See this? Ah!
Oh, good work, Duckin, but still be careful about accepting gifts from strangers.
Gives the duck equivalent of, like, I'm not a child, dad, kind of, like, he gives you some sass.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, good little Duckin, yes.
I'm an into 12. Leave me alone.
All right, looks like Random's giving Ahmed a fortune point. Fortune points. We've spent we've spent those pretty heavily. I'm sitting on one and Ahmed's sitting on one. Yeah. There's still a villain point in the tank. I don't know if that was spent yet or not.
The villain point was spent for the extra action to actually complete the
try to kill us
in a parallel dimension.
Yep. There was one sitting there beforehand though.
Oh, I have
yeah.
a spare one.
So you have a spare one. Yeah. Just
I know what that one does. All right,
Yeah.
perfect.
Okay. Not that you can't just be villainous and.
Yeah, So it gives me an excuse to go, and you you can't complain. Neener.
All right, Chagga. All right, Steelrose Squad. Get your rest. We're going to the village of Ecru tomorrow, and if we still have the strength, we're also going to go to Long Shadow and just kick the goblins in the teeth.
All right, Captain.
We're then going to make our way back here. There is a centaur out in the plaza. Capra, Dugan, Didi. His name is Yorc. I do think that you remember.
Oh, Yorc's here?
Yes, he was in chains. Apparently, he did a bad thing, and it led to the capture of an Imperial flagship that we're supposed to get back before it sails to the capital and bombards the capital.
We're gonna steal a ship.
Ah, yes. Boats sell for a lot of money.
Chagga was expecting the captain jokes, but he kind of like perks up a little bit when he missed that one. So, yes, perhaps Dugan, Didi, Capra, you could go talk to Yorc. He knows something about what creature has charmed the crew or something. We'll still have to figure out a way of us trying to track the boat. Maybe Dassod, you can go with him, read his mind, share his memory, that sort of thing. Keep in mind that I can track something if I have an image of it. About 13 miles away. While in open water on a sunny day with no obstructions in good weather, we could probably see the boat 13 miles away, but maybe not. I haven't spent much time near ships, but we could fly around.
I think a winged walk would probably be the best way to spot this thing. It's supposed to be big, right, Captain?
Yes, I'm looking for ideas on how to track down this ship. I'm not a...
But you're a captain.
I'm not...
Do we know anything on the ship?
Nautically inclined.
Is there anything we can maybe scry on?
You look like you float.
Saying you don't know how to swim?
I definitely know how to swim.
He looks like a flotation device. Look at him.
I float quite well, thank you. There are many baths that were deep enough for me to float.
Well, we know where they're headed, right?
They're headed towards the capital, but between here and there's a lot of miles. Chagga now needs to look at a map because he's got a vague idea of where the capital is.
Yeah, it's the speed that boats travel. You know that boating doesn't take as long as the window they're giving, so it could at any point. You could be at the capital now with sort of the time frames being discussed.
She said we have 2 weeks to track down the boat.
She said she gave you 2 weeks.
Okay.
I say we start at the capital and windwalk our way back to where we know where they came from. Maybe out in the sea a little bit.
Well, what about this? We divide our group into two. One group waits at the capital or nearby the capital and finds a good spot to attack the boat before the boat gets in cannon range of the city. And the other group will go and kick these goblins that are occupying our fair towns along the river.
Aye, Captain.
Does that sound all right?
Yeah, sure. All right.
It's your call, Captain.
I say the troop that's waiting at the capital, though, they get some spells to try to fly around.
Waiting at the capital, or if you find a way to track the ship ahead of time, maybe using Yorc's memories and scry spells is where I would start. Perhaps you could do that.
Well, one quick way you could think of it is...
Council, let's go talk to Yorc!
Yes. The capital gets a lot of ships from other places, right? If you figure out where those ships that are supposed to come in are missing, maybe you'll get an idea where it is.
My orders are for you to go figure out a plan and then come tell me what the plan is. These all sound like great ideas, but I want a plan. First I want to know who is going to be in which group. Do you want to be in boat tracking crew, or do you want to be in goblin ass kicking crew? Oh, Kinslayer, you're in goblin ass kicking crew.
Understood, Captain.
I think the
Dassod
council wants to help steal the boat.
Yes, go and help track down the boat. Now, we could all, if we encounter a lot of resistance at one, then we could all go there, but I think having we're a big enough crew that two of us can.
Fire burns.
Were our orders to recapture the boat or to stop the boat?
You're
Capture
not supposed
or
to,
destroy?
You're supposed to either recapture it or scuttle it. You
Got
need
it.
it not. You need it to stop shaming the rest of the Imperial fleet out there, because it is the pinnacle of the fleet, and the other boats are not the pinnacle, and they're getting their asses kicked.
Yeah, the 160 guns or whatever per side, or whatever.
160 cannon, 140 cannon ship.
So
4 tiers of guns.
70 cannons per side, probably with some forward and back.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. That's a lot of money. What's a cannon worth, Ahmed?
6,000.
So, if we tell them we sank it,
Well, we could sink it and then we salvage the cannons. Well, what is 6,000? 6,000 times 170
300
is 1 million gold pieces. Divide by 2 is 500,000 gold pieces. Chagga stopped for a minute, and he's now looking for paper to scribble down.
The
some
sounds
quick
like,
math.
I don't have to read your mind.
patriotism comes with a price.
There's this impish look on Chagga's face as he's trying to hide it with the pudge of his cheeks as he's writing down a figure. Oh, yes, not to mention the expense of such a loss. Now he's thinking, if you are reading his mind, flagship of the new Venkeshi territories.
Yeah, that won't be an issue at all, I'm sure.
Oh, we'll stick it away in a cave somewhere.
Kind of flat. We have a flagship, but you can't see.
We'll save it. We'll save it for later. We'll hide it somewhere. It's all good. It's all good. Shh. Is it bugging you anymore? Nah. Mission accomplished. Hey, it could be Thogram's floating castle, man. Like once we start learning about the northern group. Anyways, getting ahead of myself.
Yep.
Okay. It sounds like the Fae and Dassod are on boat tracking crew, and then Grackle, Mort. Where's Mort?
Chagga.
Oh, he's in the sewer somewhere. Grackle, Mort, Chagga.
Sulfur.
Wants to burn goblin.
Yeah, are on the kill goblins crew.
Los is with grapple, right?
Yeah, where do you want Los? Los kind of he fits in either spot.
I think he's useless for ship tracking because he can't go very far, but he has an excellent perception.
We probably don't want Los's funerary and dropped into an ocean somewhere.
That would not be advisable.
No, so yeah, we're gonna take Los here.
We're trying to. One of the actual ways to kill Los is to drop his ass in the ocean. It'd be like,
right. Remember when you guys stuck the undead thing into the volcano? Yeah, that's how you kill Los. I can only go 130 feet away from my funerary urn.
FYI, you guys found Mort in the kitchen.
In the kitchen?
Yes.
Okay.
We're eating out today, Captain.
Well, I don't think we eat kitchen food. I think we eat Chagga food.
Yeah, Chagga might get some of the ingredients from the kitchen.
You need to remove poison and disease on this stuff.
All right, yeah, we summon... I don't even think we need to plan with this group.
Just go in and kill
Just go in and whoop, kick some ass.
We're going to teleport as close as we can get, and then we communal airwalk, or... How do we overland travel with this group?
Shadow walk, there's airwalk.
Oh, Chagga's got shadow walk now. We're going to shadow walk into the middle of the village and destroy everything we find.
I don't
know. I don't know how hard we need to make this.
You guys get a veil, you look like goblins.
There we go. We're going to shadow walk and then walk the rest of the way. And then, yeah. I think that's what this group is going to do. But we'll wait until morning at least to let this group figure out what their plan is.
All right. So this group, so Yorc is providing information.
Hi, Yorc.
Hello. Thank you for helping.
I like centaur speak.
They took boysenberry. They took a.
Aw, who did?
Admiral. He's got like a confused look on his face.
Okay, why don't you start from the beginning and tell us what happened?
And don't you leave nothing out.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to summarize the story because he's going to basically talk for hours.
Yeah, that's fine.
As in, he's telling the story of how he was helping the Fae underground, like throw off the yoke of human civilization, and how this was all going to be great and bring back the realms of the Fae. He was doing jobs and messaging and basically carrying messages back and forth for this Fae group.
Mm-hmm.
He apologizes for lying in your previous encounters, as they were delivering messages. Nothing, but it was nothing nefarious. Nothing nefarious. He then they began to question this plague that was moving around, like this fungal growth,
Mm-hmm.
and started to become suspicious of the Fae that they were working with were related to this plague. And they were given orders to go to a place where they were effectively abducted by Hobbs, who needed a druid, and someone with a pure voice, a pure, clear voice, even on the windy, rainy day, got in their minds. Even though boysenberry shouldn't be able to be affected by such things.
Boysenberry was the pixie, or boysenberry was the other fae? I forget.
Boysenberry was the plant fae.
Okay.
So, and then they captured the boat?
And they took him, and he ran for help. But yes, they captured the boat. He's aware of what the boat looks like because he describes the boat. This was in the.
Hey, Dassod.
Oh, yeah, what up?
Chagga said he could scry on items that he's seen. So could you borrow Yorc's memories and then give them to Chagga so he could scry on them? Or maybe we can, but Chagga can see for a very long period of time. Maybe we could scry upon some of the people that are missing, like boysenberry.
What was the other fae called? The little pixie?
Six.
Sticks or six?
I believe it's
Six. Yeah, it was SY.
SYYX, I believe.
Or Syyx? Is Syyx with boysenberry, Yorc?
I think so. I hope so.
Do you remember any of the other passengers or crewmen? Maybe just some crewman named Dave or Byron or John?
Was there a Steve? There could have been a Steve.
Yeah,
Humans
Steve.
like that.
Steve's a real Stefan.
He describes a fancily dressed, tattooed man with long black hair as the Admiral. He was guarded by orcs, and Yorc had to really dig in his memory for orc.
Orcs? What are orcs doing? Aren't orcs from a different world? They're the pigmen, right? With the snouts and the
green skin.
Green skin? Oh, I thought they were like pigs. Are orcs pigs?
I believe they are. They're
Okay.
pig people.
There's going to be a few drawings of just anthropomorphic
It's
hogs.
going to be the Star Wars
Gamorrean guards. No,
Gamorreans.
they're going to be more cartoony than that. Just in top hats and shit. But
With their big tusks and their big round noses and their curly tails. Yeah, that works.
So guys,
we will protect.
I don't think it's going to be useful to scry up on them because you don't know where they are. Unless they're outside, and you can see what the weather's like. But
Well,
I think that's a hard.
But if
sell.
we can see them, then they can teleport right to them.
yeah. Ships are big enough to teleport. How does teleport work with a ship?
I don't know. Does the ship have to be stopped?
It's big. It's big.
Oh, so if it's
he
in...
describes the ship because he did see the distance.
Yep.
He says the ship was hundreds of feet long.
Can we go to the INS Juggernaut map? Just take a quick...
You certainly can.
Okay.
What's it made out of?
It's 150 feet tall and hundreds of feet long.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck ship? I'm guessing wood.
You know what? You're right. If we can scry up on them, then shit, we can just teleport and start ganking everybody.
Oh yeah, well, that means
I mean,
we gotta be close enough to it though.
Diplomancing with them.
If you want, you could just get me on there and I'll sneak about and cripple the fucker.
You have a diplomancer.
Oh yeah, he's just talking nice. This guy right here.
Yeah,
I'm starting to look like Kev too.
Sergeant Kev is a little trixier than you might expect, Yorc. Hey.
Yeah, check this out, Yorc. Look at this. Look at this.
Are these the trinkets? Huh? Are these the trinkets of the 1001 Fake
Yorc,
Gods?
what's going on here? Oh shit!
He turns he doesn't know anything about Kev. He's
oh my goodness!
Kev
You need surgery.
You get a wet willy from Dee.
All fixed.
That's where I put my earwax.
Don't turn into me.
It's too late. there's an Atomi version of he's under Dassod's image identities. He's the second thing there. If someone can grab him, that's the Atomi Dassod.
Oh, okay. Oh, you mean in your identities?
Okay. Yeah.
Give me a knowledge check from Dee. Maybe a knowledge planes check.
Oh, can Dugan make one? He has that skill now.
You can take a knowledge check. The DC is relatively hard.
I'm guessing a 13 is not going to do it then.
No.
Yeah, you're rolling like me, buddy. Welcome.
What are we rolling? Sorry, I was
planes.
Knowledge planes.
Dee can take 10 and get 25.
25. You're concerned. So he mentioned that they were protected, and they still were like swayed by song.
Thank you.
Well, it sounds like some sort of bard song, maybe.
That's not right.
Do we think that bard between me and you, Capra, our bard songs could keep us all safe, right?
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? We don't want to show up and get screwed up as well. Why don't we have a silent spell running on us just in case?
We can do that too.
Capra looks a little sheepish, and he's like, I don't really practice too much.
Oh, does he not have? No. Does he not have a counter song?
I don't know that he has counter song because he doesn't have a lot of he's got 3 ranks or whatever.
Just enough to say. I know how.
He ended up maxing out. He did max out his win, so he does have a plus 19.
Yeah, Dee's got a plus 34 with the kazoo, so we're.
Yeah, that's a much better one. He does have counter song. Yeah.
Hey, Yorc.
Yes, human.
Who's doing the singing on that ship? Who's making everyone lose their minds?
The admiral. The admiral.
All right, we show up with a silent spell on us, so we don't hear anything. Find the admiral, make sure he stops singing. Boom! Decide for the fix.
Yeah, unless the admiral's got some of those weird powers like we've got.
Well, that might be a first line of defense. You know what the second line of defense is? Homegrown earwax.
Yeah, you know what? That would have bugged me months ago, but after being around more, you're just perfectly fine, Kev. Don't change. You're A-okay by my book.
Oh, God.
You're a 50-50 where I'm from. Yeah, let's get some cotton swabs here and stuff them in our ears just in case. Let's do
if it's
message spell.
If it's fey magic and really powerful and deep fey magic, I don't think cotton swabs are gonna do it.
Suit yourself. He's actually taking part of his beard, rolling it up, and sticking it in his ear.
Yeah, that's something I'm not doing.
It's gonna take a. You know what? We'll just leave it this way.
What?
Keep doing it. Keep doing what you're doing.
No, Chagga's over there.
So Phoebe can scry. Yorc, are these the trinkets of 1,001 Fey Gods?
Yes, they are. They are.
Yorc, can you cast spells?
Yeah.
Okay, if you were to get into a fight,
Possibly.
if you were to get into a fight, how would you fight? You casting spells, or are you gonna use that?
Run away. I would grab my friends and run away to safety.
Use that lance or that bow you're carrying?
Or use the lance while running away to safety.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. York's coming with us, right?
I don't know. What do you think?
Yorc,
I
you want to
want
come
to
with
save
us?
my friends.
Well, you look pretty naked to me. We gotta get something on this guy.
Okay, cutscene. We've already taken treasure from the
Yeah,
treasure backlog, put it onto Yorc. There might be still some things that he needs because Yorc is technically Capra's cohort.
Well, just give him like a ring, some armor, or whatever. Like whatever fits. Yorc, grab stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Dugan comes back with like a horse's bit.
As long as you do what I say most of the time, then you don't have to do that.
Dee Dee thought that was mean, but also funny, so she just ended up kind of snorting and then staying invisible. We're giving him a bunch of magic items. He can take a little bit of ribbon.
So you already know that he's a centaur who does let people ride him, because that's what he's been doing previously. So
Okay.
So he's like, he will be transport. He's got 100-foot move speed.
Okay, so given what we know, and Sergeant Kev is a very powerful spellcaster, and you can cast spells, and Phoebe can actually cast scry.
There's some whispering.
Yeah, she can cast scry.
I can scry and I can teleport.
How many can you teleport?
Welcome to the team, Yorc.
Well, how many of us are there?
Wait, are you
I got
wizard?
a bag of holding.
And there's some whispering between Phoebe.
Oh, both you and Phoebe worship the same gods, and you have the same domain.
So are we gonna save on spells, or what are we doing here? I think we're gonna have to have two groups.
Two groups of what?
Teleporters.
Yeah, the goblin smashers are over there.
No, I mean within like here, because there's a lot of us.
Well, Tommy's can get in the bags.
Then that'll work.
Fuck!
Yep.
Watch your tongue.
It ain't easy, Big Blue. Sorry, Phoebe, but it is tradition.
My blue bag, Serge.
And then
Find it first.
And then you can teleport, what? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Bag, sir,
Yeah,
sir.
I think Phoebe...
I can get 4 people. That's not a problem.
Okay,
I got this.
alright. So where do we go?
Let's see if we can teleport. If we can scry on them.
Hey, we've been to that theater where we killed those people.
Well, the opera? You killed people
we were
at the opera?
We were.
He's like giving the
This was all in self-defense.
Dugan, you went to the opera and killed people?
No.
Well, they
No,
were.
it
well,
just
some of them were
felt that
Dopplers.
way because the theater was so realistic. Such good actors they were.
So,
It was like I had blood on my hands.
X-nay on the line, eh? Didi, rest assured, there was no murdering.
I understand what you said, Dassod.
Bluff minus 50.
I speak, read, and write like 6 languages.
15.
Fucking nerd.
I got the stuff in the ear. No, but Deeds, yeah, to be honest with you, it did happen. But, one, they were murdering elves, and two, they were Dopplers who were trying to kill us.
You went to the opera, the Imperial Opera of Kinderholm, and killed doppelgangers. At the opera? Did anyone notice? Does Chagga know?
We got really good service, let's put it that way. Our doorman was amazing.
Can you go anywhere without killing people?
Yeah, Dugan.
Hey! That's not fair. You do it more than I do.
Yeah, Didi.
And besides, if we're talking body counts, he's just pointing at Capra.
Capra was a shit talk, and then he got real quiet. He's like looking in another direction. Oh.
All right, so who can do the scrying?
Phoebe or Yorc can.
All right, Yorc, since you already know them, can you do the scrying? And if we can find them, keep concentrating and we'll do the prep work before we go in there and, you know,
Yeah, otherwise we
get
need to
the
make
situation under control.
Otherwise we need to go to the capital city and set up a watch there for a boat.
Yeah, we're going to have to start there.
So he described Boysenberry as a druid and a plant. She's a plant fey druid. He described Syyx as a like an eldritch archer magus. Who would you like him to scry on?
Hold on,
Guessing the druid might be harder to scry on.
The low wisdom character with the poor will save.
Magi have good will saves. So good for it, good will. But
what are their names again?
Syyx and Boysenberry.
Syyx and Boysenberry.
We've encountered these are the Fae that fought with us at
No, I'm looking to see if I have any parts.
You encountered these beings your first day in Faenfar.
Yep.
The first time.
Yep. They left we encountered them, and then when we encountered them again, they tried to get away. We beat them up. I remember.
Syyx almost critted Grackle's arm off.
Yeah, Didi put a bunch of them to sleep. We forced them to take part in the battle of Fort Servius Maximus. Yeah.
Some
one of the three. Sorry. Okay. All right.
I was looking to see if I have any samples from either of them. I only have Yorc. I don't have the other two.
Because Boysenberry is also part plant. I don't think you could turn into her. Okay, so Syyx is being scryed upon. Okay. Yorc is very familiar with Syyx. Okay. Go to the INS Juggernaut map.
Okay.
Going to unfog.
Next day, here's your boat.
Ooh.
So you're indoors in a boat filled with men who are. These men are like maintaining cannons. Oh, they might be. Oh, they seem to be. Maybe they're doing exercises. There are some hobgoblins who look really aggressive moving around, and there's this very, very clear sound of this man's voice spouting words of encouragement and glory. It is as clear as if it was as clear as if you were there.
Can everyone hear this?
Is everybody crowding around the scry?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, make will saves.
Oh no.
Oh, that's not good.
How's that getting through our scrying?
Oh shit.
Is this a sonic language dependent effect?
It is not language dependent, but it is sonic.
It is sonic. Okay, so DD does get the bar.
Fucking silence is what I was talking about.
A 28 from Deeds.
30 from Dugan.
Yeah, is this an enchantment?
This
Or
is
is
an
this a charm?
enchantment-based effect.
Is some kind of charm?
It is a kind of charm.
I'm immune.
All of you are int higher than 3, correct?
Yes.
Okay. The DC is 30.
Dugan just made it.
Okay.
DD is gonna surge. And makes it with the surge.
Just.
Okay. Yorc is going to attempt.
Oh, hey.
So he's made it before. He'll make it again. It's the song. You can hear him. You can hear it penetrates your mind. In your
Not
mind,
really. It's not really a good singer.
It's
All right. What is
it's loud.
Syyx' condition? Is he helping, or is he injured, or captured, or?
Syyx is currently helping. He is currently moving. So did anyone fail?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Yeah, did you do Phoebe?
Oh, I did not. Sorry. Give me a second. Phoebe is there.
Capra made it, Adam?
Sorry, I forgot Capra.
Phoebe made it.
Oh, it might be a really good time. Okay, Capra is sitting there and staring. Like he is absolutely enthralled.
All right. Don't worry, I got this. Takes some spits on some cotton.
Okay. Capra hears perfectly through your cotton.
All right.
Oh.
Picks him up and walks away.
Oh wait, this is a good time to see if silence would work.
So DD is gonna fly around and cast a silence spell on the ground, so it envelops just Capra, and to see if if the silence spell breaks.
Capra is still looking at the enthralled. You can see his emotions are becoming more and more obedient.
Okay. Now we are going to cast a
Try your singing.
move Capra out of the silence, and we'll cast a protection from evil on Capra.
Okay. You move Capra out of the silence. Capra tries to move back towards where he was before.
Yeah, we can cast move touch, so
Yep.
we should be able to. Does he get a resave?
Nope.
Hey, why don't you cut the scry?
It's not evil.
Oh, sugar burgers.
Hey, why don't you try your song?
Syyx is moving forward. Syyx appears to be casting abundant ammunition spells on cannonball stacks.
Okay. DD's going to use given that we're going tomorrow, right? She's going to mythic point an inspired spell to cast a protection against chaos on Capra.
Okay, has no effect. No perceptible effect. Okay.
Capra's still acting enthralled.
Capra is now. There's this time for greatness, this time for glory. Capra started to cast buffs.
Cut the scry.
He casts a heroism on himself. He casts
Cut the scry.
on his.
Wait, I want to see where this is going.
He's pulling out a mutant.
He's gonna teleport there.
He can't fucking teleport.
Oh, the boat's getting ready for a fight. They just cast abundant ammunition on a bunch of cannonballs. They're gonna blow something up. Okay,
Maybe.
somebody mark down the time and the date, because somewhere out there we're gonna get a report a couple days from now as to where the boat was.
All right, yeah.
Dee, we can just go there and leave Capra.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
Remember how we said that Capra is the killing guy?
It's quite a
You ever
dangerous
see me,
to go
dragon?
out.
Oh, yeah.
So the Syyx flies up to another layer of the boat, and there's another hallway full of men who are busily readying cannons.
Mm.
Do we see these goblins?
Yep, there are goblins there.
I'm sorry. Where are we? Oh, I'm on the wrong map.
Juggernaut. Oh, he went upstairs.
INS Juggernaut.
He went up. He went up to another layer.
Where's the
floor of
INS?
cannons.
Bunch of goblin
The only one I
pirates.
see is oh, damn it.
Okay, give me a D6, Mark.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. 3.
Okay. All right. There is on this floor. There appears to be a group of rather like serious-looking killers
Oh, can you? There we go. Oh.
that need to be maneuvered around. Okay. Capra's drank his mutagen. He's putting his mirror image.
Capra's a big part of this weird fight.
Okay, there's another gang of these.
Just in case Dugan will take his bow from him.
All right, Phoebe's really concerned about Capra's state. She's going to cast Break Enchantment on Capra. Wait, give me a second. Oh, does she have a prepared? Yeah, she's got one prepared in Cleric.
Oh, Dassod pulls out a scroll.
We'll just check the casting time.
I think it's a minute.
Yep. So she'll start.
Dassod just pulls out a scroll and don't worry about it. This is a break enchantment.
Okay, you're trying to dispel this effect. Give me a dispel check.
Okay.
Another D6 mark.
Dispel.
4 this time.
4. Okay.
So use the caster level check.
You see
Actually, I'm going to use a mythic point to do this.
a weird-looking hobgoblin with a strange countenance.
Dee Dee's going to blow some sleepy dust into Capra's face.
Okay.
If Capra starts attacking us, this is gonna be bad.
Capra's basically got like
30,
buff running.
34, Adam, 34 break enchantment.
So cash level 24. Spells. Okay, that's enough to break this on him. Give me a second.
We're going tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
All right. By the way, if they're in a fight, this would be a good time to attack.
Oh, wouldn't?
Well, no.
Dee,
10 minutes from now would be a good time to attack.
Dee, you see auras, correct? Or you?
Dee can concentrate and kind of and see auras. Yeah.
Okay. Capra. So this breaks Capra. The spell on Capra.
So far,
takes
evil
his
and chaos didn't break it. So
Evil and chaos didn't break it. Capra looks grumpy. Thanks.
What's wrong, Capra? Tell me what you're
He's now
thinking, buddy.
looking for his bow. He's like, where the fuck did my bow go?
Dugan flies up with his bow, hands it to him, then slaps him across the face. You represent the council now. Do better.
Okay. Capra casts True Strike and slaps you back.
Oh, somebody got fucked up.
It would be, and it bypasses DR because he has the same type of DR as you.
I do have 10 pixel points though.
He is buffed, so he doesn't have power attack. He biffs you for 13 damage.
is Capra still under a charm?
He's behaving weirdly.
Tech magic. Hey,
So-
Capra, what's going on?
So 1 damage.
There is an aura that's sort of lingering on him, but there's also a shit ton of auras on him.
Yeah, Didi will cast a tech charm. Let me see this.
Okay. He is not currently charmed.
Detects only charm, compulsion, and possession effects.
There's a weird possession effect. There's a something that like it's not a possession, but it's something similar.
Okay.
The strength and location of each, and I can attempt to identify properties of each aura with a spellcraft.
Okay. Give me a spellcraft check. There's a kind of a possession-y type effect going on.
Okay.
The equivalent
Damn,
to
DD spellcraft kind of blows.
Spellcraft
1.
29.
It's magic.
there's some weird lingering magic that the break enchantment didn't get rid of.
Okay.
The
Whatever words, these insidious words of encouragement seem to like degrade one's soul.
Oh, Barnabas needs to learn this shit.
Capra, it's okay. You're a good boy.
Make him go to sleep.
It takes a few minutes for Capra to like calm down. He's really hyper aggressive. He's really angry. He's really grumpy. He has at least temporarily been like acts as if a chaotic evil creature. He detects evil when detected.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy, this is an insidious curse. We haven't figured out a way to protect ourselves either. We know break enchantment breaks it, but
That's fucking awesome. I'm sorry, that's awesome.
all right. Question. Question. As we were moving with the scry.
Should I keep my concentration?
Well, I'm trying to figure out. Okay, Adam.
Yeah,
Adam,
we kind of want to watch what they're fighting. Yeah, scrying lasts for
important thing here.
9 minutes.
Important thing.
Or how? What is it?
Yeah,
What is
it would be
cast
good
level?
to see if like who's the spellcasters or
Is the sound
what
getting
kind-
louder when he moved up? When he moved across? Can we get an idea of where the sound is coming from?
The sound is a constant, clear pitch that you hear even with your beard in your ears. It is
My shit didn't
clear.
work.
It is clear and consistent and constant.
And when Didi hops into the silence, we can still hear it.
You can still hear it in the silence.
Okay, question.
Didi
Do the
comes
other-
out halfway through a Sugar Burgers and burgers.
Do the hobgoblins look like they're also in the same state? Sense motive?
The hobgoblins are dancing to the same tune as the humans who are running the ship.
Have we seen the dude talking yet? Is the person on the back, or is that just some other person?
Hey, Yorc, have you seen who does this?
You saw this weird hobgoblin who
Okay.
looks different. This hobgoblin isn't dancing to the tune. Neither is
Not.
this.
But
neither is this
but
witch.
wasn't the one speaking. Okay.
It wasn't the one speaking.
All right. And Syyx is just running around doing
So
stuff.
Syyx has been actually Syyx is now. It appears he's done his rounds. He's got his bow out, and you start to hear cannon fire.
Yorc, do you remember what the guy looks like that's doing the singing?
Over the cannon fire, this voice is crystal clear.
Oh,
Well, you got to admire the fella's acoustics. They're pretty impressive.
yeah. It's like
Spell
it's like some
spellcraft,
sort
Adam.
of storm caller or somebody who's able to talk through.
What is that? Oh, that's a bomb squad. Okay, I see.
So Adam, spellcraft.
This is a squad of goblins who are dumping massive amounts of fire in these bombards.
Okay.
They
Um,
appear to be attacking something that's relatively low in the water. You might think that it's engaging some sort of launch.
Okay.
At this range, because you can only see 10 feet around, you're not
Mhm.
quite certain what they're fighting. You're not certain what started the conflict. You know, these sorts of things. The other thing that you do see is you do see some of these other goblins, as well as a few goblins that look more competent.
Those are cool tokens. The goblin pirates. Those are awesome.
You got some ones with like these weird grappling hooks and guns. At some point they get towards the edge. You hear the little things fire off and they go zipping off to some sort of conflict.
Okay, so we gotta protect ourselves against fire. So those goblins look mean.
All right.
And at one point during the fighting, you do see one of these orcs come by. The orcs are also not dancing to any tune.
So those orcs are not doing anything?
Give me a perception check on the orcs.
Yep. That's what I'm looking for.
Perk. Chronicles.
What's his name? Perception.
Got it.
Capra
42, DD 42, Dugan 41, Dassod 38, Phoebe 38.
Yeah.
Look at those perceptions.
They're shape changers. They're fucking shape changers.
That's why they're not affected. Same as me. Well,
Whoa.
all right. Yeah, sure. Hey, easy there, buddy. I don't want to see anybody's antlers hanging off on the wall, right?
You making fun of my horns?
Oh,
said that?
we're just saying not in front of the 80 day.
Now you got the biggest, bestest horns ever, Capra.
Damn straight, I got the biggest, bestest horns.
Dee Dee's invisible and rolling her eyes.
Okay. At this point, the spell runs out. There's still cannon fire, and this clear voice. In grave glory, we go forward.
Is it in Goblin or what
And
language?
So, Dee Dee hears it as Sylvan.
Uh-oh.
Kev hears it as a very natural tongue. Dugan hears it as Sylvan. Who else is around this circle? A bunch of people hear Sylvan. Yorc actually hears it as a language he learned at birth when he was a small child. Dassod, you're also here. You hear it as a language that was like whispered to you when you were but an egg or a polyp. You hear it in whatever your most natural tongue is.
Common.
Okay.
Grew up on the streets.
Okay,
Whoa.
good job, Yorc. We learned a lot. Capra, you still got the best horns, and your bow's the mightiest, and you're the supreme fae around here.
He's grumpy. He kind of like storms out of the room. He slams the door real hard. He's ordering some humans to do menial shit outside. Like, he's not having a good day.
Yikes.
It takes about 15 minutes or so for the that to wear off.
In that 15 minutes, his reputation at the base is ruined. He's our dick.
I think Phoebe follows him at a distance just to make sure he's not doing anything too bad.
No, he doesn't do anything out of bounds. He's just acting a little more prickish than normal. It's bad.
Okay.
You don't say. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
How can we stop this? Aside from just using everything in our power to do so.
What about more powerful magic? Oh, thinking there, huh?
Which more powerful magic? Magic.
The magic that's more powerful than the spell you cast.
Protection from evil didn't work. Protection from chaos didn't work. Even from a mythic source.
I don't know how to protect you guys from this.
No, it's like you gotta undo it or just be really strong.
Boysenberry's a plant.
And boysenberry
that
wasn't
shouldn't
affected?
work, should it?
You nod slowly.
And they needed a druid. Why?
It's good to have a druid.
Probably though they can like move water and air and stuff, right?
So we didn't
Probably use it to help the ship move around. It's probably moving a lot faster than we think.
Yeah, blowing air into the sails, I guess. Yeah, but how do we protect ourselves?
And repairing the wood of the ship.
Yeah, it's good to have a woodchuck that upchucks wood.
All right, so kill her first.
Boysenberry, we know Boysenberry. You fought beside her in a battle.
All right.
Yorc has this like no.
I'm kidding. We need to find this guy.
Well, we now know the ship, so we might be able to target it with teleport spells if we're close enough. We need to get to the coast.
No, it's not. As soon as we get close, I'm worried about you guys.
But here's the thing.
Yeah?
We'll know if we're affected by not if we scry first.
Oh, but he's got to be like doing his yodeling or whatever it is. They were doing it right before the fight. Is it
Maybe he's not doing it all the
constant?
time. You're right.
Is he doing it all the time?
That takes some effort. That'll take some effort.
I didn't stay around.
How long did he sing for? Well, he has to be doing it a lot because it wore off on Capra in like 15 minutes. So it's like every 15 minutes the guy's going yodel, 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 yodel.
Or maybe those guys are kept in cages and they bring them out when he starts singing.
And there's too many of them.
In what you saw,
like 1,000 people
on
on that boat.
Yeah, you saw at least 300 or 400 crewmen.
I like it. No, Dugan's thing will work. Now, all of us might turn into a bunch of assholes, though. That's the danger. So maybe we should be isolated in a field somewhere before we do this, and not fill a castle full of humans that we gotta, deal with.
Filled with gunpowder, and you got a point.
Yeah, a little bit of buffer space, a little bit of space. But that's a good plan. We go somewhere quiet, and we open up the scry, and we try real hard to resist. And then once everyone's successfully resisted, then we teleport.
Yes.
All right. Well, why don't we just get close to the city? How about we teleport to the city today? Right? Start taking a look around. We don't know how close they are.
I need a map. Where's our map?
Yeah.
I'll go get us a map, and we'll go to like General Clark's room and steal a map from there.
General Clark's room you're in a different castle.
Oh, okay. The general's room then.
It's the
You'll have the
commandant's
best
room.
maps.
We're in Fort Servius.
Western fort.
Oh, this is what's his name's place. Yeah, he'll steal from his room.
Okay. Just stealing the commander's map.
Whose room did I steal
I think we do have a map though. So.
Who's in charge of this fucking place? I keep forgetting.
All right, so we are in.
You are in
Service.
Fort Servius.
Fort Servius.
Yeah.
Maximus is where
Yorc and them were fighting, and
Yep.
the wizard got
and this
taken.
is where the
Fort Manius is where the general is.
General Clark, and where all of our training happens.
In the center is this magical fey pond in the Swamp of Madness.
Yep.
Where there was the weird ritual was occurring. Over here is Port Calbany. This is the port where the boat was stolen.
Give me a second. I'm gonna make a dot in the. I'll do that later. Okay. Wait. Port Calbany is where the boat was stolen.
The boat was stolen at Port Calbany. Fort Nestor is where they were, like, the Fae were ordered to go meet up with some hobgoblins, and they traveled with the hobgoblins from Fort Nestor across the bridge over to Port Calbany.
Kinderhome's not that far away.
No, it's really not.
It's good
like,
the Imperial capital is a little bit inland. I guess they're worried about
the
port.
They could blow the crap out of the port. They
Yeah.
can't actually hit the capital.
Yeah.
But they can definitely choke out trade in the region with a marauding ship.
I'm just gonna.
And they did say that there have been multiple attacks on different ships within the fleet. One of the fleets was sunk, and then the foundry itself had been attacked. The foundry had been bombed or shelled.
Oh, if you look, there's a Sonder over here somewhere.
Okay, we're
Might
140
be around there.
We're 145 hexes away from Kinderholm. Let me just figure out a distance here.
145 by 60.
145 divided by 5 is 29 hexes times 60. We are 1,740 miles away. So
two hops.
Yeah, 1,800.
Yeah, I think some of us are familiar with. Let's see if we could do Foundry.
Foundry is 120.
Foundry is. So subtract 120. So from Foundry, it's a 1,620 mile. Yeah, we need to do 2 hops to get there. Which means that we're.
We need a destination there, though. We're not familiar with their target.
Wait,
right?
How did you get to the opera in the first place? Did someone teleport you there, or?
Oh, you don't want to teleport there. The city, you don't want to teleport in the city. We used Shadow Walk. This might be the best thing to do.
Shadow Walk? Oh.
Yeah, teleport might not really be a good idea, because...
At this point, Capper's bitching at a particular unit about the maintenance of their weapons and basically yelling about how they need to be maintained and cleaned and what kind of...
What the fuck does he know? He uses a fucking bow and arrow.
Chagga was talking about Shadow Walk. He said something along the lines of, he knows the spell now, and you could travel at some ridiculous speed of...
Yeah, we can travel really fast. I can cast it, too. It's just,
50 miles an hour?
Oh, you guys got us scrolls, right? Did we delete those?
A Shadow Walk would still take days to get there. It'd take...
All right, no. Well, we can teleport to Foundry. Teleport to Foundry.
4 or 5
and
days.
then Shadow Walk.
4 or 5 days of Shadow Walking. If we really pushed it and used Dee wonderful magics, keep everyone's feet healthy and strong. You get there in 3 days.
We should go fast.
Well,
can you be small? Can you be small?
You can probably.
So we've got a bunch of little fae. We got a bottle of air. We got a bag of holding. And we've got a dude who polymorphs. And we got a Capra. And we got a centaur who moves at 100 feet. At 100 foot move speed. How fast if you triple your speed in Shadow Walk?
Well, no, it's just you move at a standard rate of 50 miles an hour. It doesn't matter how fast your feet move.
You move at 50 miles an hour?
Yeah, we can get there in 3 days forest marching.
So 8, 50.
So wait,
yeah.
You spent 3 days in the Shadow Plane to get there?
No, there was some kind of train, actually. Look, I don't fucking know how they did it.
Take the train.
No, this is not the regular
Trains
kind of
don't
thing
move
you
as
sign
fast
up
as
for.
50 miles an hour. They're slower than that, aren't they? They always gotta stop and unload
It was a
things
train
and load things
in
up.
the Shadow Plane. The Shadow Train in the Shadow Plane, all right?
Why am I hearing about this now?
Because we don't
tell
you everything.
What?
Because you cry a lot.
I'm part of the council now. I demand to know stuff. You can't keep me out of the loop, because I am part of the loop. I am the loop.
I am the law.
She means it.
Right. So, when you're all done with your tantrums...
What else aren't you telling me, Dugan? What else aren't you telling me?
Well, there are things that we have kept from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, where'd you find my nice suntan circlet? 'Cause I am part of the council now. I demand to know stuff. What else aren't you telling me?
Well, there are things that we have kept from you. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, where'd you find my nice suntan circlet? 'Cause I am part of the council now. I demand to know stuff. What else aren't you telling me?
Yeah.
No, that was actually legit. This is bluff.
All right, give me your bluff.
Does she know me?
Dee is very familiar with you.
Dugan's gonna aid.
Okay, Dee gets +10 on her sense motive.
Oh no.
Okay,
that's too
giving
bad.
her a plus 15. 24.
60.
It's ridiculous.
Sorry.
I know, it's like, okay, you continue.
Actually, this is Faye.
D-
62.
You lied to keep Dee Dee's innocence. She's still suspicious.
No, he's like, no,
No,
dude,
that's
that
fine.
one's
The-
that
the-
one's
the-
that one's
the-
I'm
the-
out in the fucking trash.
The thieving duo of Dassod and Dugan, she thinks you stole it from somebody. She doesn't know you went to a place and murdered a little fucking hamlet of Fae to get it.
Some swan princess.
Right. This is going back to
Way back.
yeah,
Way back.
an early Nighthorn adventure.
Enforce the fair laws. Pay your dues.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that thing's legit. But seriously, we got to figure out a good way to get there. I mean, we can teleport half of the way and teleport jump.
You've been to Fortress Top, which is a little closer.
What the hell is a shadow train?
I honestly couldn't understand the magic, but it was some heavy.
It's a train that's not quite
thing.
here.
Yeah, but how does one get a ticket and summon and get on the shadow train? What is the shadow train? Does it follow the same tracks? I got so many questions.
I don't know.
I'll tell you this: I don't really want to get back onto that train because I don't feel safe on the train. I don't mean from the train; I mean from everyone that was on the train.
Why? What'd you do?
It's
You
a
know,
weird
when you
place.
just
Let's
know
stop asking the
someone's-
fucking questions.
You know when you look at a fella and you just
The
know
doppelganger doesn't want to go on the train.
you
Get that.
don't want to mess with them. That's everyone on the train.
That guy, his name is Doppel. He's
Was
over
it
there.
this
Part of
party
the
that
ganger.
went to Fortress Top or not?
The Fae did. The Fortress Top. Well, there's a mixture of.
Oh no, it
parties.
wasn't Dassod though. It was
Wasn't
No,
the sub.
the
Chagga.
Chagga did.
Chagga did. Okay.
Yeah, I was yeah.
Well, if we teleport to Foundry, that'll cut down our journey a bit, and then we could shadow walk to Kinderhome.
All right, hold on.
Maybe 2
Can
days?
teleport work with pictures, paintings?
No.
I got.
If they're of
Well, that-
extraordinarily
that-
good quality.
provide
solved.
a-
Shh. Everyone, calm down. Go find somebody in this area that has been to the goddamn city.
No, it's too far. The limit of teleport is
Yeah, we can go halfway. Just
100
I'll
miles.
get the memory. We'll get the memories from anybody who's been here. We just need to find somebody who's been there.
Okay, what's halfway? This Denevar place?
Find a place and we'll find somebody who's been there.
Denevar! Looks like halfway.
Yeah. Find someone who's been to Devnavar. Find someone who's been to Kinderhome. Done.
Can we actually make it to Denevar?
I gotta know. Look at the map. Use your numbers.
I'm looking at it. Times 30 times. Yeah.
What's this times bullshit you're talking about?
Yeah,
Hey, not-
Denevar is about 900 miles away. And yeah, if we got to Denevar, then Denevar to Kinderhome, or the port city, is 90. 5 by 5.
Okay, one.
90.
She's
Oh,
got, she's got the compass out. She's doing things. She's putting it on the scale.
Yeah, Denevar's about 1,100 miles away. I think we can do that. Phoebe can't. She says she can only go 900 miles.
All right. So you'll take the group and I'll take a group. Done.
What do you mean, me?
Oh shit! You can't teleport either.
No. When did I start teleporting?
I can.
How far, though?
How far can you get?
1,000. 1,100.
Oh,
Oh, I see. You're the man.
And then he
right
puts
here.
the, like he
Good
puts the
job.
finger once.
what's the date?
Oh shit.
Okay, so if we can't find someone who's been to
All right.
Denevar, then
Listen to this.
okay.
We find somebody.
Yep.
I get there because I can do it a whole bunch of times.
Yep.
And then Yorc scries on me.
Yep.
Oh no, he scries on one of you guys who's
Okay.
with me.
I gotta go check on something. I'll be right back.
Bye, Brick.
Okay.
Yorc scries on one of the people who's with us, and then he can teleport because he's looking at the place. Now we just need to find someone who's been to Kinderholm and someone who's been to Denevar. Once we get those memories, then we'll have our targets. Sounds good? Yay, magic. We'll decide you're so good.
Okay, if it works, we'll give you credit.
We're gonna end
However,
up.
if we end up surrounded by muskets with bullets flying at us, it's your fault.
Well, the one thing is, we need to talk to. You'll do ascending to Hexagon.
You know of somebody who's relatively close to that region.
Who?
The other party.
Dugan
Dugan doesn't know a lot about a lot of things.
Well, there's Cog and his crew around that area up there. They might have an idea. Apparently, they're done for the season. They're taking a break or something now, lazy folks.
Show up like, well, we're not leaving. That's it. Bye bye, military. Buy my freedom with this.
You show up, they're just buried in the treasure hoard. Be like,
They're Scrooge McDucking their way through the piles of gold.
I learned the burrow spell just to burrow through the gold.
All right.
It would be so painful, just being crushed to death by coins.
All right.
I mean, I can't imagine. Well, okay, for identifying shit, but sure we could borrow. Sandy would be happy to help us with something like this, just for a day. That's all, just for a day.
So why don't we scram somebody? Oh, how far are they? Where are they?
Oh, they're up, like, way fucking north.
Do we
We're looking
not
for some
have
lost mine.
Do we not have a full caster in this party?
The
a full,
Sod's
a full
a
wizard
sorcerer.
caster?
No.
Sod's a
Don't-
sorcerer.
You don't have greater teleport yet.
No.
The greater teleport is at what level?
7th.
7th.
Yeah, I don't know that shit. 2 levels, baby.
So you don't need to get all the way to Kinderholm. You just need to get to the boat. So you have to guess where you think the boat is.
Only being able to see 10 feet, really.
How far away was
Well,
Foundry? When was
probably
Foundry
not the right
attacked?
way to find the boat.
Yeah.
The Dee Dee's plan of like the
Wait for the report.
The reports.
Where is Where is How far is sorry? When was the last time they attacked Foundry?
They attacked Foundry. Or they attacked Foundry weeks ago, like a week and a half ago.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they're waging like a guerrilla warfare on the seas, just embarrassing everyone.
Okay, I think we need to go to the. So what needs to happen is we need to get to Fort Manius, Fort Manius, and then talk with the captain. Wait for that report to come in. We'll know exactly where they are.
Well,
because the report's going to go to her.
theoretically, yeah, sure, there's an idea where.
But then we got to figure out. We got to get the memories and know which cities we're going to get to. So we'll take this time, figure out, get the memories for the places we might need to go to, from whoever's in the fort.
You're the sergeant. If that's what you want to do, that's what we'll do.
Yeah.
Colonel's not a nice man. A nice man.
Who?
No, he's a fucking prick, that one.
He said it, not me, not me.
Hell. Well, let's see if there's anybody in this fort itself that has any of these memories. All right? Hey, Commandant.
Okay.
Get over here. Sergeant's looking for you.
All right.
Hey,
So
Commandant.
you go chasing down. You go looking for the commandant. The commandant is flanked by these very aggressive-looking guards.
Yeah, hey, boys.
They've got this very stylized full plate. They are full-blood human. They have very fancy-looking rifles with runes on them.
I'm also human.
Groucho Marx. All right.
Commandant.
Sergeant.
Is it still
sergeant, or is it now lieutenant?
Senior sergeant. Lieutenant's not my style. I like to get in there. You know what I mean? Front lines are where I'm at. But sir, I need something from you. I need you to find anybody who knows or has been to Sonder or Denevar or Port Kinderholm. We need to find anybody who's been there. Anybody who remembers the place. Need to find them. Can you do that? Or can we send out...
One of the guards looks at you. What is your business with Kinderholm? Sergeant, looking at your...
what's his clearance level? I don't know if you're cleared for this. We need to be able to get there. We've never been there, so we can't get there. We need someone who's been there so we can get there. You get it? We gotta prevent an attack. We gotta get there fast.
Give me a sense motive.
$34.
This man's been to all those places.
Right. That twitch in those eyes behind the visor lets me know that you've been there. Commandant, if you'd request your man to help me out with some of these memories, trying to prevent some really bad things from happening. Would you be so kind, sir?
Commandant, it looks a little squirmy. Please help the wayfinders. He asked, he did not command.
I'd appreciate it, and the commander would also appreciate it.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Yeah, sure.
And Mark, give me a D2. 1, it's the evil prick.
Oh no!
It's the lawful guy. All right, you could.
Some memory of him just beating the crap out of some old lady in the streets.
32 diplomacy.
32. Even with the penalty, he does agree to. The other guard basically has his rifle out with a finger on the trigger while you're casting spells, though.
Yes, I'd relax. You don't want to do that, even by accident. Fuck up your day.
You suspect that if he pointed the gun at you, he would very easily disrupt your spell casting.
And what was the spell called again?
You expect that he's somewhat disruptive in his ability to point his rifle at you.
Dugan is going to wait for him to put his rifle back like a professional, and is going to telekinetically pull the trigger. So just so he looks like an asshole.
Relax there, buddy. It's a shared memory. It's not hard. It's nothing. Just let it happen. All right. So I'll cast share memory thrice. I want to get Port Kinderholm. I want to get Sonder, and I want to get Denevar.
Okay. So you wanted Denevar? Denevar, he remembers the train station. Sonder, he was on a boat ride near the harbor.
Denevar is train station.
Yep. Sonder was actually as a younger man. He got off of a boat, a military ship. He did take
harbor.
A train to Denevar. And then for Port Kinderholm, He chooses the memory, right?
Believe so. I'm just reading it. Give me a sec.
What's going on?
Currently, Dassod is convinced one of these prickish Imperial guards to share memories of different locations along the road.
Okay.
Yeah, he shows me the memory he chooses.
He chooses
Anywhere general, somewhere that wouldn't change. You know what I mean?
So he shows you the it's like the space outside the front gates of one of the Imperial barracks.
Oh, that.
Can you show me the outside the city? Outside the Imperial barracks.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's a place where you suspect is well inside the.
You know, if we got to this peninsula, we could probably like teleport to anything within 1,000 miles.
Yeah.
He already did. He did share a Sonder as a location.
Yeah, so if we went there, 1,000 miles out from Sonder is kind of our range, and if the boat is meandering its way up to Kinderholm, unless it's way out in the ocean, we might be able to get to it.
All right. Which of these cities are locked for teleportation?
You're asking the guard?
No, Commandant.
I don't think even
he doesn't understand of what you speak.
All right. Have a good day, guys. Thanks there, buddy. Thanks,
He's
Raffles.
currently trying to unlock third circle cleric spells, and he makes shoot bang with the gun.
Keep reading. Keep reading.
Don't worry. He'll be our underling someday.
He's thinking about becoming a paladin, though. I could be a paladin with a shoot bang.
So we were talking. We should get him to get the glory domain. I don't know if with all the heads that the five-faced god has, if they have the glory domain. But if he does, then we can get him to make craft wand, and he can do the wand. If he doesn't, there is a 3,600 gold piece item that gives you a domain for a day from the magic item compendium from back in the day. It's called a domain draft, where we could make those, because you can make the craft wondrous item without having the spells,
and then
feed it to him, and then he could craft a wand.
Yeah, that'll work.
So we've got plans for Commandant to be our
crafter,
first level paladin spell producer, because against evil that spell is amazing. And somewhere an angel will cry every time we cast a spell, but that's
used by unworthy.
It's gone for you.
Yep. Why? Why?
One day the commandant's gonna wake up and be like, "Why have you forsaken me?"
Or we just go to a market. It's technically a 750 gold piece item, and like buy a few. Wow. I think making the Commandant into our wand crafter is pretty funny, though.
Yeah, well, it doesn't require Adam to go, "Oh, you don't know the market has that one."
Well, even if you doubled the price of the wand or tripled it, we'd still buy it. So
yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so you now have Dassod has shared memories, convinced the Imperial Guard, the Foreign Legion, to share some memories. He got the that you remembered before. There was one evil guy and one lawful guy that was guarding the captain, or guarding the commandant. You suspect that there's more than just these two on location.
So, if we get to Sonder, and Sonder's within teleport range, right? Yeah. Then we should get all of our guys there. Are we just attacking the boat, or is everyone attacking the boat after they finish attacking the town?
I think with what we just saw, I think we should bring everyone. We should tell our commander about this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna share. So I'm gonna share these memories with Chagga, and I think we need them here.
The more people
that looks dangerous.
The more people we bring, the more chances people are.
I'm aware. I'll be the only one safe.
Okay.
I'll get your will save.
All right. I'm into it.
Trash.
I'm immune to it.
I only made it because I rolled an 18, and I only just made it.
So what I'm